Pride is the devil.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It is Tuesday, and your girl's back. We back for another episode of Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. Y'all know I love Tuesdays. Y'all know I love 101 TKO Radio. Y'all know I love all things savage. So check this out. We got a hot show this evening. But before I even go into that, first things first, y'all make sure you download the app. 101 TKO Radio app. Make sure you download that app. We are also streaming live on YouTube. And you know what I love? You know what I love. If I'm lying, you got to tell me and chime in. Y'all know I got a wild and vivid imagination, especially when we're talking about artificial intelligence and robots and common sense that ain't so common. I love talking all of those things. On YouTube, you can chime in. Same thing on Facebook, okay? So don't be no stranger. But now, lend me your ears. I don't want y'all going nowhere because we are going to be talking about deep fake celebrity porn, y'all. Listen, if you didn't know it was out there, y'all listen. Okay, hold on. Everybody's grown that's listening right now. Everybody's grown. So let's not pretend like y'all don't know the sites because y'all know the sites, okay? The only thing I'm bringing to this conversation is truth about if what you're looking at is real or not. But before that, let me just already say, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I know y'all don't care if it's real or not, because if y'all go into these sites and you're putting in your Michael Jacksons and your Taylor Swifts and your Cat Williams and your P. Diddy, all of that stuff, y'all don't care if what you're looking at is real or not. I already know that. For real. How do I know? Because if I'm doing it, I don't care either. This is why the emoji with the big wide eyes was created. Okay, for the onlookers, for the people who want to see without a commitment. Y'all know that's right. We want to try before we buy. We want to try before we buy. So we're going to be talking about celebrity deep fake porn. And then I'm going to tell y'all, this is even more important than deep fake porn on celebrities. This is fake IDs that are created using AI. So a deep fake, I want you to think passport. I want you to think driver's license. I want you to think legal documents. Legal documents. Okay? Remember back in the days when they changed checks to have those watermarks and the little iridescent things and the money? Well, you know, they've been doing that with passport and licenses. But artificial intelligence every day while y'all are sleeping, the scammers is working. It used to be back in the day, the scammers was in Russia and Nigeria working while we was resting. And they would send us emails talking about, sir or madam, we have been detained and need $5, and then we're going to give you $5 million. Okay, remember those was the days? Man, oh man, dare I say the good old days? Really, those was the good old days because all you needed was probably up to a 7th grade education and you could spot all the typos and all of the things that didn't make sense. Well, y'all, artificial intelligence has changed the game. AI has changed the game on the scamming. The extent of the scams are reaching an all-time OMG. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that too. fake IDs that are passing screening. Oh, it's crazy. But first things first, you guys, let's talk about this. Number one, celebrity porn. Celebrity porn. The first question. Now, I already stated it, and I have what I think the answer is. But my first question is, for all of the adults that are out there that are occasionally, now this is an adult show. Let me just say that. This is for the grown and sexy. And also for the grown and sexy onlookers. The ones who don't want to raise their hands at the club when the DJ say, if you fine and you in the house, throw your hands up in the air. Okay, see, I'm the one, I'm jumping out my seat, throwing my hands and dancing and all that. Meanwhile, it's other ladies that's probably just looking around saying, yeah, I know I'm cute, but I'm feeling subconscious. So I'm talking about y'all too. Even if you don't jump up in the club and raise your hand as grown and sexy, I'm calling you a grown and sexy onlooker. Okay, you living your life vicariously through the people like me who ain't afraid, who ain't ashamed to stand up and say, yeah, I'm fine. Even if it is just to myself, I'm fine. Okay, because see, I don't care what nobody else is thinking. I know what God created. And that's the attitude y'all better get if you don't have it. Listen, I can lend you some. I can borrow you some, as they say in the South. Yeah, I can borrow you some. So for the people who occasionally are hitting these sites, I'll tell y'all what the site is. You may know, you may not know. If you occasionally hit this site, my first question is this. If I put out a poll and I ask you if you could see your favorite celebrity nude, would you pay to see them nude, your favorite celebrity? I'm just saying a nude picture. I'm not saying doing anything that you may judge as nasty, freaky, or none of that. Just a nude picture. Your favorite celebrity. Would you pay $30 for it? Yes and no. Maybe. Now let's up the ante. If you can see your favorite celebrity doing something that they may enjoy by themselves as a grown-up, y'all know what I'm talking about, would you pay for that? Seeing your favorite celebrity enjoying their own self by themselves. Y'all know what I'm saying. You gonna pay for that? Heck yeah. Yeah. Okay, look, y'all stop pretending and stop telling yourself them lies. You know you're gonna pay for it, especially if it's a free trial involved. Take that 3-day free trial, and then you know you go right in when you're done and cancel it. Okay, no harm, no foul. Now that we've established we all doing that, we all are saying yes. My second question is, will it matter to you if you know or assume or think that it's deep fake and not really the celebrity? Is that going to make a difference? Will you pay for it? Would you pay to see it knowing or assuming it's not the real celebrity, but it looks? Man, oh man, you can't tell the difference. Not that you've seen them naked anyway. But are you going to be happy with knowing it's not the real thing? Well, let me tell y'all what I think. I'm not even going to care. In fact, I'm going to say, if it's a celebrity I have a great deal of respect for, well, yeah, I'd rather look at a fake celebrity because I want to keep the respect of that celebrity. And at the same time, you know, maybe the salacious part of my brain says, yeah, but I want to see them turn up, get lit turn out as well. Okay, see, that's what the honest adult in me says. And I mean, God, dog, and it can look like the celebrity too. I'm talking about everything. It ain't gonna look like it's been built like a Mr. Potato Head. It ain't gonna look like green screen. You won't be able to tell. Now, if you're watching me on YouTube, I swear, I dare you to tell me I'm making this up right now. If you can get a free trial. So this is the thing. Artificial intelligence is advancing. I say this on all the shows. It is advancing at the speed of light. While you're sleeping, artificial intelligence scammers are scamming. And the thing is this, like I'm talking about the deep fake with the celebs, they do not feel like they are doing anything illegal. Because in the world of dark web, and at least with the laws, the tax laws and the laws of the United States, there's so many loopholes. And most of the time, the people with the money, they know the loopholes. So technically, are they exploiting celebrities or a celebrity's likeness, even though it's not the celebrity? They're using the likeness. Y'all remember the strike, the writer strike? Part of it was around using AI to write scripts, taking jobs away from writers in Hollywood. But the other part of that is this: do they really need actors, and do they need to pay the actors the type of money historically actors have made if they're using likenesses of actors? So Hollywood came to a standstill. But what about the rest of the world? What about these celebrities that have no idea that their likeness is up on a website? Listen, if y'all want to know the website, you put it on YouTube. If I get somebody post a comment on YouTube asking what is the website, I will tell y'all the website. I won't just say it on air. But someone needs to let me know on YouTube so I can make sure y'all paying attention. So here's the thing. Is this a loophole? If I create deep fake celebrities for any website, you know what I'm talking about for the purposes of this show. But suppose I create deep fake celebrities and I'm showing them, going to church. I'm showing them doing things that you may not necessarily see them doing on their Instagram, in social media in their real life. But if I create deep fakes of celebrities, am I actually doing something illegal? Because who am I harming? Now, of course, celebrities are going to say, you're harming me, my reputation. However, check this out. A lot of these celebrities have already created salacious reputations for themselves, and it's already documented online. So what if I say, well, you already have nude pictures of yourself. You got sex tapes out there. You already have this on the World Wide Web. So in my mind, you've already set a precedence. You set a precedence. This is what you do. So how am I exploiting you? Especially if after it was discovered that you're on this website, you then sell more of your records. You get more downloads of your products, your services. You sell more concert tickets, show tickets, whatever. Am I really exploiting you if I made you more money? Now, let me just put the disclaimer out there. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. I really don't. But what I will say is that the ingenuity to come up with the idea of using deep fake, creating celebrities, and turning up like nude pictures of them, showing them in compromising positions or what have you. It is brilliant. Because number one, listen, whoever thought of this, they know what their ideal clients want. People, I'm saying people, we're all human beings. People secretly, well, let me say in the United States, secretly, and it's because, for the most part, when it comes to sex and visuals of women's bodies, men's bodies, in the United States, we're pretty uptight compared to some other countries, right? We're pretty uptight. Like in other countries, you commonly and regularly see nude. You'll see women's up top, women's breasts on regular TV. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. But you don't see that in our culture. So in the United States, there are millions and millions and millions of adults, and I'm talking about adults. There are millions of adults who go to porn sites and who would love nothing better than to see their favorite celebrities, even knowing that they're deep fake and they're all artificial intelligence generated. That's just a fact. How do I know it's a fact? Because number one, porn in the United States is at an all-time high in terms of money. So what's crazy to me is that if you cut on our news and you hear the finance reports and you hear these politicians talking about our economy and, interest rates are crazy through the roof and people aren't buying cars and housing, they're not buying housing like they used to, and the this and the that, all of these economic indicators. But see, the porn industry does not experience those things. It's its own economy, all on its own, y'all. It is its own economy, all on its own. This is, I'm telling you, when it comes to business, this is exactly why I said, whoever thought to come up with creating deep fake generations of different just pictures, videos, what have you, of these celebrities is brilliant. It's brilliant. And even if it all got shut down next week or tomorrow, number one, the technology is already there. It's already been proven that there's a market for it. And there's many other ways to recreate the same thing. Because think about it. It's a database, right? It's a catalog of videos. It's a catalog of pictures. Same thing on YouTube, right? It's just a catalog. That's why it's so valuable, because you have catalogs of what people watch. So now you have a profile. Yeah, we all got profiles. What we watch on YouTube, what we watch on Facebook. We know about algorithms. We really do. We already know about algorithms. I want you to take what you know about algorithms and flip it to the dark side, the dark web. Okay? The same things exist. The same things exist. So, all the compilation of these videos, even fake, but check it out, it's fake mixed in with real. Yeah, so it's deep fake videos mixed in with real videos and pictures. That's what I'm telling y'all. You ain't gonna be able to tell, but this is what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So y'all stick around. You listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio, knocking them out the box always. And always, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back. What's up, y'all? Savage Talk is back. And let me tell y'all, it's fire show tonight. So I asked the question, we talking grown. Y'all know I love ingenuity. I love business opportunities. I love unique ideas. And as much as I hate scammers, I do. I hate scammers. I love the idea of giving the people what they want when it's a lot of people. So I posed a question before the break. With this celebrity deep fake, okay, and specifically the deep fake, there is a whole, I talked about the dark web and I talked about the porn economy. It's got its own economy, y'all. Seriously, when the rest of the world is falling flat financially, the underworld of porn is still making money. Listen, it is no shortage of porn making money. It is its own economy, y'all. Its own economy. So really, this is why I asked the question. If deep fake is being used to create movies, animations, shorts, y'all know all of the stuff exists. Just plug in your favorite celebrity. See, right now, if you go to this site, you can search, you can put your favorite celebrity in and see what comes up. But what if you can just go in and pay to play? You pay X amount of dollars, whatever it is, or cryptocurrency, whatever, and you choose the celebrity you want. And instantly, you pick your celebrity. Listen, oh my God, we building a template. Pick like a website, like a web page, a landing page. Pick your color, right? Pick your celebrity. So we done picked our colors. We got our brand kit. Then pick your background. What you want to see your celebrity doing. So you pick your background. Is it a picture? Is it a video? Is it solo or is it other celebrities involved? Okay, good. So let's just say I could create a whole party and I pay $10 per celebrity. And AI instantly creates my deep fake celebrities. It plugs them into the video or the picture I selected and boom. Who's actually being hurt? Is the real celebrity actually, is their image getting tarnished? Because suppose they make $5 million more because a video on the dark web went viral. So is their image tarnished? Because how do you quantify your fans saying, well, yeah, you know, I used to pay to go see him at the movies, but ever since the video came out, I just won't support him no more. I mean, really, who says that? Every celebrity that has had a leaked video made more money from it. Even when they deny it and act like they didn't know it existed, they didn't know it was being recorded, all of this stuff. It's out there, y'all, and they made money from it. And some of them, the only reason they are famous is because that video came out first. It made them famous. Right? Like Kanye said. Or was that Jay-Z? I can make you famous. Like Kanye said. I'm just using that as an example. So the people behind creating this celebrity, this deep fake celebrity porn, are they guilty of a crime? See, some people are going to say yeah. But what crime are they guilty of? Exploiting a celebrity? Well, suppose I create the celebrity, the face looks like the celebrity, but maybe I make their ears a little bit bigger. Maybe I alter something just a little bit so I can say, well, technically, it's not that celebrity. It's a celebrity lookalike. Just like the people that be in LA on the street, looking like Michael Jackson, dancing for money, looking like whatever celebrity they can look like to make money, just like in Las Vegas. Elvis lookalikes, Tina Turner lookalikes. You think of whatever celebrity, there is a lookalike. If it's a real celebrity, see, that's how you know. We're talking real celebrities versus, housewives celebrity status. So we talking Bravo celebrity status. Like if you've been on any one of those Bravo reality shows or Love and Hip Hop reality shows, you have that kind of celebrity and fame versus real celebrity and fame, like Michael Jackson, Prince, Taylor Swift, that. Now, if you're a real celebrity, it's probably already deep fake porn of you out there. See, that's how you know if you're a real celebrity. But if you're a housewife celebrity, it probably ain't no deep fake of you. I'm just saying, it might be a real you. Who knows? I'm keeping it real. When you are a real celebrity and people all over the world, not just the country, all over the world want to see you by any means necessary, especially if the celebrity is a beautiful person. I'm talking about physically. I'm not talking about inside because I don't know. But if they are physically a specimen, okay, as some people say, a specimen, Idris Elba, what's the white dude who plays soccer? Beckham. I've heard him called he's a specimen. He's one of them. So you take your pick. If somebody already physically is beautiful, this is what's crazy, y'all. Don't you think even before AI, people were getting dolls and different things manufactured to look like their favorite celebrities already? They still making blow-up dolls, y'all. It ain't no slowdown in blow-up dolls. They still making them. And in fact, now that we have 3D printers and we can print latex, we can print organic material that feels just like skin. You better believe, even before artificial intelligence, this was going on. This was going on. And the truth is, the reason why 99% of us never heard of it is because we can't afford it. I'm telling you, money, when you have it, you will be privy to a lot of things that people who don't have money will never, ever know. And some of those things are going to be good. Some of those things are going to be bad. And some are just going to be neutral. Now, I'm going to tell you, is what I am talking about right now, is it good, bad, or neutral? Because real celebrities are making more money when fakes are created. Now, I will say there is an exception. There is an exception, and this is one of the problems that the United States has, and that is so much of our stuff gets counterfeited in China. So much of it gets counterfeited in China. Why? Because most of it's made in China already. So if you are a celebrity, whatever it is that made you famous, it might be how you dress, it might be how you sing. Number one, all of that stuff's being manufactured in China, way cheaper. So if you have a brand of clothing that you came up with, a style of pants, whatever, it's already being counterfeited. In fact, all that Kanye West clothing and bubble shoes and all that stuff, you can get it off Temu. Like, right. It used to be Wish. It used to be Alibaba, AliExpress. Now it's Temu. And Temu's so cold with it, you can place an order and have your stuff in like 8-9 days. They got it so down. You don't have to wait 30-60 days for it to come from China. It's coming quick. So you know what they did? They probably got together with the Yaki and the fake hair manufacturers, because see, they figured it out a long time ago. They figured out that women buying these extensions and these weaves and all of these clip-ins and all of this real hair, fake hair, women needed to get their hair fast. And so they figured out how to get all of this fake hair from China to the United States in 7 days or less. And so now Temu has it so cold where you can get all of this stuff. Anything you can think of. If you look for it on Temu, you're going to find a cheaper version of it. So what's the difference? And we already know Americans don't have no problem buying counterfeit. Have no problem buying stuff knowing it's fake. We already established that. You want to know? That's another fact. You want to know how I know? Because the reason why I know is because we still import so much stuff from China. You think our politicians don't know that all of this stuff is fake? Of course they know. But we need it for our own economy. We need it for our own economy because Americans don't want to spend what it would cost if something was made in America. They know we wouldn't buy it because it would cost 10 times as much. So we are okay with buying stuff that's not real from China. That was all before AI. But see, now that we have AI, do you think the mindset changed? No. The mindset didn't change. What changed is the technology. People still want to see celebrities doing things. They still want to dress like the celebrities are dressing. They still want to have a cheaper version of what celebrities have. And what better way than to create deep fake of celebrities in the areas you know people will spend money. Not just one time, not just 2 times, but repetitively over and over and over. To the point where people will get addicted. Y'all remember online gambling? When it first came to light, people was getting addicted to online gambling. Now that sounded crazy to a lot of us. How you gonna get caught up online gambling? It's online. It didn't matter. People that were addicted to online gambling, they was addicted. They had all of the same symptoms, just like someone going into a casino and gambling. Now, think about this. Y'all remember the show Catfish? Why do people catfish other people? Using somebody else's photos, somebody else's body, all of that. And they're catfishing people who kind of know better, but overlook all of the red flags. Now, catfishing, the reason why people catfish other people is because they want to know what their life could be like if I looked like this. If I, if my body looked like this, how far could I go using a likeness of someone else? So the whole concept of using somebody else's likeness has been around a long time. Now, AI has made it possible to use the physical likeness that is proportionately correct, that mechanically moves like a celebrity. But identities have been stolen for years and years. That's not a new concept, stealing somebody's identity. You could steal their credit, right? You could steal, once you have their license, Social Security, basically you could steal all of their credit worthiness. That's what I'm going to call it. You can steal their credit worthiness. Now you can take their physical likeness and you can either enhance it or you can regress it. And the thing is, with artificial intelligence, we actually could be given the choice on whether to enhance or regress, because the molding is at our fingertips. Once you have the language model, so the deepfake celeb porn is databases. We're talking about information being stored. So the same way that I could go in, put a description in Midjourney and create a beautiful or an ugly rendering of whatever it is I want, anybody can go in and do the same with deepfake and create any type of rendering that they want. Now, of course, the better you are at prompting, the better your rendering is going to be. And now these different apps have even gotten better with their rendering. So all of the compilations, and this is how the deepfake stuff works. It's algorithm too. It can pull all these pictures of, whatever celebrity. Let's say who's been created as a deepfake. Okay, Taylor Swift, Tom Cruise. You can go in I'm talking about artificial intelligence, if you knew how to prompt and how to make this happen. AI can scrape the web and grab every known picture of this celebrity and create a rendering that absolutely looks like the celebrity. It can scrape the web for all the interviews, podcasts, grab the voice of the celebrity, marry the two. So now you have the celebrity with the celebrity's voice. And it is almost 100% accurate. Now I'm talking about for the layperson, somebody like us, we wouldn't be able to tell that we're not really listening to the celebrity. We wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, maybe unless it's slowed way down or it's modulated to a degree enough for regular human ears to detect. But the thing is, so many humans, we don't even know. This is a human thing too. We don't even realize that we don't have our full hearing capacity, because most of the time we lose hearing gradually. And we don't recognize what pitch or what areas we've lost our hearing. So we wouldn't be able to tell no way. We really wouldn't. We wouldn't be able to tell anyway. But if you were a celebrity, let's say you're an A-list celebrity, but you low on your money. Or, you did, this is a good one. You're an A-list celebrity. You did a TV show that made you famous. And now you haven't done any type of acting because you've been typecast. And you want different roles. So for the last 10 years, you haven't been working. So maybe you've just been living off residuals for the TV show. It turns out it's a deep fake of you. There's an entire audience that loved your TV show, and they're out on these sites. They've been watching you doing all kind of stuff you ain't even know about. But here's what happens. You actually came out with a Netflix special. And as a result of the deep fake circulating the dark web, you have your sex tape, whatever it is, as a result, your Netflix special is one of the top money makers. And Netflix offers you another special or a deal for 4 more episodes or whatever. Are you going to trade that in because of the deep fake? Are you going to tell Netflix, no, I'm not going to do it because, yeah, I know everybody loves watching me, but it really was all fake what boosted me up? Who's going to do that? Nobody. So while morally, the AI scammers, the folks who create the deep fake on the dark web, they're creating your likeness and they're putting you in videos. Morally, that's wrong. At least the way I see it. But there's plenty of people who would disagree and say morality has nothing to do with it. Now, what's the truth? Well, as you probably learned, if you ever took ethics, there's just not one truth. It's not just one way to look at it. Because suppose the ones that's creating the deep fake is a 20-year-old who's somewhere in India whose family is starving, and they're making money from creating this deep fake and is spreading it all over India, feeding poor children and all of that stuff. So suppose that's happening. Then is it morally wrong? Well, maybe ethically it's wrong. But morally, I don't know. Because if I'm feeding a country by using fake renderings of celebrities and that's making money, I could say that I'm not hurting anybody. I'm actually helping everybody. So morality may not have any place in that argument. And this is what we're up against when we're talking about artificial intelligence. We got to look at all sides. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to finish the conversation. Don't go nowhere. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Savage Talk is back in the hot seat talking about the deep fake. So, look, you're listening to 101 TKO Radio. We are headed into the second hour, Savage Talk with Keefa, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. So, deep fake, ethical question. Now, look, remember I talked about this kind of goes hand in hand. Deep fake and fake I.D.s. You had to have known that now that deep fake has gotten to the point where it's almost undetectable, especially if you're not looking for it. If you're not looking for it, sometimes you can't tell. But now AI and deep fake is being used to create I.D.s. And remember I said actual I.D.s like driver's licenses, passports, legal documents. A passport, you can go to another country, you can leave this country, you can get back into this country. So do you know how, let's say you're going to do some online banking, or you're setting up some credit card payments, or you're using an app. Now there's apps now. I use one, it's called I.D.s, because I can send payments to Mexico. You can send payments to different countries. You know how these apps, you actually have got to do some online verifications, but you can upload your ID, kind of like when you scan a paper check. Now you don't have to go to a bank to physically deposit a check. You can scan it. And the software detects if your license is accurate. It detects if your passport is real. Check this out, y'all. Some of these fakes is real, and they are passing these verification systems. Now, that is worrisome, because if a scammer can get your likeness, like all of us that we doing all this content, we do these videos for Instagram. Look, y'all, we are putting content in several different places online. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Threads, X, aka Twitter, and all these other softwares and stuff you're using. You got pictures and videos and your voice all over the internets, all over the world. Just let that sit in for a minute. Let it sink in. All over the world. So AI, somebody smart enough can take artificial intelligence, can get an algorithm, grab all your pictures, make an artificial license or passport, and start using this to open up new accounts, maybe even go into what you already have out there. Crypto accounts. Yeah, you're going to find this hard to believe, but a deep fake scam. This dude over in Asia, he lost $25 million in a deep fake scam. He worked for a corporation, and they set up a whole Zoom meeting. Everybody on the Zoom was deep fake except for him. And it was supposedly the chair people of the company, the important people to make the decisions, and they duped him into transferring $25 million. I can't make this up, y'all. You can Google that story. It's on CNN. $25 million. Everyone on the call was deep fake. So number one, we have to assume that, oh my God, the deep fake must have been on point to the human eye, to the human eye, what looked like 100% accuracy. But see, look, I don't care who is on the call. If I got to be the one to push the button and put the code in, I don't care if it's to send 25 million or to nuke 25 million people. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I do not want to be the one with the code. I don't want to be the one with the key. I don't want to be the one to press the green button that says the 25 million is off. Okay, look, I need to do like I do my Zelles and Cash App. Let me send $1 first. I got to send $1 first, and then we're going to get confirmation that you got my $1. I'll send you a screenshot. You send me a screenshot. And then we're going to work in increments. Because, see, after you asking me for 25 million, after I do $1, I'll go to 50,000. And then I'm going to send you a screenshot, and I need to see all the rest of y'all screenshots. Because if you want me to do it, it must be a real reason why you couldn't get yourself into this same office and send this money yourself. But I don't know. I just think Black people, we just are suspicious of that kind of stuff. Because number one, how come I'm the only one that can send this 25 million? And so we all going to be waiting. If it's 10 of us on the board and all 9 of y'all is deep fake, we're going to be waiting a long time before y'all get some money from me. Because I have to go through the proper protocols. Because you know, if I'm even in a seat where we talking 25 million, you know I make a lot of money. And I ain't trying to get fired. Okay? I'm not trying to get fired because I done lost $25 million for a company and I'm going to be the only fool to fall for the deep fake. Let me send you $1 first, ma'am, sir. And can you bring that screenshot? Okay, can you bring your phone closer to the screen? Because I need to see what you're looking at to make sure it's the same. You know how we do. By the time it's all over, they're going to want to work with somebody else. They're going to want to do all that deep fake, and they're going to go try to scam somebody else because it's too much trouble to try to scam me because I have questions. Like, really, I have questions. Why are we doing this on Zoom? I mean, who does that? We don't have nothing more private? I mean, you couldn't spend $1,000 to fly out here for this 25 million? You're going to trust it going over the World Wide Web? Well, wait a minute. And you wanted it all in one lump sum? You're not even trying to get small bills? Hold on now. Hold on. Time out, y'all. This sounds like a scam to me. You don't want small bills? You want one lump sum. Who does that? Really, who does? Now, maybe I'm just not in that league where people are moving that kind of money. I will admit that. I am not in that kind of league. But if you are, you give me a good scenario that would justify 25 million going bye-bye in the push of one button. My internet don't even go that fast for me to do that, sir. So listen, I know you're the boss. But because you're the boss, and I know you're, all of you that I'm looking at on the Zoom, I appreciate that you have that trust in me. However, Ms. Hawkins, that's a little bit, I'm not comfortable with that. So yeah, you guys, y'all got to check that out. I really can't make that up. $25 million in the push of one button. I mean, imagine that happening to you. Well, listen, let's bring it down to some realistic. Let's say $5,000. Instead of it being a letter or email saying, sir, madam, instead of it leading off like that, like the old scams, I talked about that earlier. Instead of it leading off like that, you'll get an email with a meeting invite. It looks like whatever corporation you work with, let's say UPS. Work with UPS. You get the standard. No, I can't even say Zoom. It's a Teams meeting, y'all. That's what everybody's using now. Teams meeting. Let's say you get a Teams meeting. Yeah. Teams. Let's say you get a Teams meeting. And then I'm going to answer, Jewel. I'm going to answer your question in just a second. You get a meeting invite for a Teams meeting. It looks like it's got, it's got your boss on it. It's got some other co-workers on it and a couple people you're not sure of. But that's common. You always get meetings with people you don't know. That's just how it goes in these corporations. And you wondering, you can look at their title and like, yeah, I'm not sure what they do. At the end of the day, nobody ever asks questions like, who are you? We just go through the calls, right? We don't say, well, I've never seen so-and-so before. Whose team is he on? But let's say you actually get scammed. You get scammed out of $5,000, but it's for the corporation or company that you work for. Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows. And actually, you don't know if they ever going to find out. What do? Are you going to tell your boss? Really? Are you going to tell your boss? Especially if you know, but you're the only one who knows in the company you just gave away 5 G's. Are you going to tell your boss? Yeah, I think I'm not sure. You know how you're going to present it. Even though you know doggone well you didn't just gave that $5,000 away to some fake scammers. You're going to tell your boss, well, I think it might be real. You might want to do your research on that. You may want to do your research. I done all the research I'm doing. And I know I gave away $5,000 to some deep fake scammers. Well, and you pretty much know if you do that, you're going to get fired. It ain't no ways around it, because even if your boss would have done the same thing, they're going to figure out a way to say, well, you should have known this, you should have known that. So you might as well bring your box in, get all your little awards off the wall, get the coffee cup that you've been putting all your paper clips and all that other stuff in, get the picture of your kids, get your family pictures. You might as well go ahead and put it in the box. Because you done got scammed. But look, so Jewel says, as passport deep fakes get more sophisticated, do you feel that a real probability that international travel could be disrupted? Well, so, I take a holistic approach. Travel, yes, it will be. But you know what? I tell you what. I don't know how much it's going to be disrupted. But what I do know is that it won't be disrupted equally between all countries. You feel what I'm saying? See, so some people, they gonna get in here from other countries regardless if the passport's deep fake or not. But see, if you're trying to come from certain specific countries, it don't matter if you got a real passport. You're gonna be struggling to get in here. That's just the reality. But I also think my real answer, Jewel, is this. As deep fake continues to get better, the same AI technology will also make spotting the deep fake better. It's just right now, and think about this, fixes to anything always come after the thing. Because, see, you don't realize you need a fix to something until it happens, right? Just like if your basement floods, just like when the light bulbs go out. So the fix comes after. And particularly with technology, we see this all the time. This is why servers have to be patched. And new fixes, just like, antivirus software, you got to keep it updated, because new bugs, new and improved Trojan horses are always being interjected into the World Wide Web. Now, of course, if you have Apple products, you see that a whole lot less. But if you are a Windows person, Android person, you are always more susceptible to scams, phishing, fakes, and all of that. But with technology, corporations and the people playing around, the tech nerds, the ones that are figuring out how to create the deep fake and how to make it so realistic, the good guys, so to speak, and let's just say those are the bad guys, even though you already know where I stand on it. I talked about it earlier when I talked about morality, ethics, and all of that. But let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, the bad guys are the people that are creating the deep fake. Well, the good guys are always way behind because they're still fixing the other stuff. And the bad guys, it's always more bad guys in more countries with more time to spare, with almost nothing to lose. See, that's the difference. These scammers in other countries, until they find the right scam that goes viral, they're starving. A lot of them are starving. So they have all day and all night to figure this stuff out. That's how they come up with the deep fake and all of these scams. They are in countries where they have nothing to lose, very little, if any, type of law enforcement that's fighting against the scammers. Really, they want them doing it because that's how they get money into their country, a lot of them. So the good guys, let's say those of us that's here in the United States, I'm going to tell you what I think about that when we come back. All right, so stick around. We're taking a quick break. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, 101 TKO Radio. We'll be right back, and I'll answer that question. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? We're back. We're back. Yeah, I haven't heard Lloyd in a long time. How old is Lloyd now? About 30 something? About 30, late 30s or something. Yeah, it's time for him to come out with something new. But look, before the break, so I was talking about these scammers, the good guys and the bad guys. I simplified it for the sake of the conversation. But I was making the point that these scammers, right? Scamming is still scamming. Now we just have AI tools available for scamming. And scamming has been popular for years and years and years. In fact, ever since I remember being able to get emails, back when dial-up, people was trying to scam on emails. Now that we got DEEPFAKE, the point I was making is that so much of these scams, they originate in other countries. And in those other countries, most of the time it's lots of poverty. Lots and lots of poverty. And scamming is seen as a means to an end, which is to get out of poverty. The scammers are not looking at individuals that get hurt. Like here, we don't want our grandmas getting scammed, this and that. And at the same time, we don't want these banks scamming us with fees and all of that. But the thing is, in the United States, see, we've come to accept corporations that scam and steal from us. But the scamming from scammers in other countries, i.e. the emails, the phishing emails, now phishing texts, all of that. And now with deepfake AI and creating legal IDs, these scammers are living in poverty. A lot of them when they start, and sometimes even when they finish, because these scams, once they get figured out, they got to move on to the next thing. And the technology to catch these scams is getting better. That's the other point that I was making. But point number 3, the good guys, and like I said, for lack of better terminology for the purposes of this conversation, the good guys, the people who are fixing the scams, coming up with the fixes for the Trojan horses and the patches for servers once they've been breached, all of that. Yeah. These folks, number one, they're working on limited time. They doing a day job that sometimes just happens to be in the evening hours. But they have lives outside of their jobs. And their jobs are fixing these problems. But make no mistake, they're not doing it for free. They're doing it because that's their job. Which means for every one good guy we have here who has a job that is fixing the patches, fixing the Trojan horses, catching the scammers, for every one that we have here, there's probably at least 100 spanning the different countries in the world. Okay, so I know for a fact that because scamming, most of the time, technology scamming, when it comes to technology scamming, most of the time, the scams originate in other countries. The reason why I know, and look, y'all, I'm using data to come up with my conclusions. I'm using data to come up with my conclusions, which is what I'm telling you guys. So in these countries where there's 100 scammers to our one good guy trying to clean things up. And no, by the way, we don't have scammers to that degree in the United States. Number one, because it's culturally, we just don't do it. It's not an acceptable thing. And it is viewed by other Americans as a scamming. And scamming, we don't look at that as a good means to an end. So culturally, it's frowned upon. Number two, it is illegal. Number three, most people are too busy just trying to make a living and survive and put food on their table for their friends for their family, friends, and all of that stuff. So we just don't have the hours in the day. We don't have the availability, the know-how, and the tools to do this, because we really need all of our resources to just survive, which is a sad state of affairs in the United States, but that truly is what it is. We need all of our resources just to survive. We don't have the time to learn to scam. That's another reason. And then there's a whole multitude of other reasons. And it's just the opposite in other countries. Listen, if I'm starving, if I already am struggling to put food on the table, and I got kids I need to feed, and there's no jobs for me to get, and I'm living in a shack, and I have to go to a well to get water, and that well is, let's just even say, a mile walk to the well and a mile walk from the well. And there's other communities sharing that same water with me, and I don't have access to vaccines. I don't have access to basic human survival needs. And scamming, that's all of a sudden that becomes a viable way of life, especially if there's no enforcement of, not scamming. If there is no enforcement, then it becomes a viable option. And those are the scammers that we're dealing with oftentimes with these scams. I know there's lots of digital products that I've bought over the years. So many of the makers are from other countries. And the reason is because, listen, when you don't have anything to lose, but everything to gain, then scamming has real potential. It's got potential over getting, food aid from another country, i.e. the United States. We send aid to multiple countries, even when we're starving and we're homeless and we have all of these things. But if you're in another country, scamming is very viable. Before getting aid from another country, the USA, before being able to travel to another country, before having your own country help you. Scamming is the fastest way for many, many, many people in other countries. That's the fastest way out of poverty, because all you need is a computer to use. You don't even have to own that computer. You just need a computer to use. And once you got the computer to use, you set up your DEEPFAKE sites, whatever it is, you set up your payment method. And Lord, you create the most popular celebrities that's being talked about, and you watch that money roll in. See, if I'm that person in another country, I'm not going to feel like I'm harming any one person. In fact, I'm going to feel like my survival, the survival of myself and my children, is more important than the celebrity being upset that I created a deep fake of them and I'm making a few dollars. But because in the United States, we get wrapped up and we get caught up into the we need to prosecute, throw them under the jail, the this and the that. These scammers is out there scamming. And for every one person that we have here fixing the scams, it's 100 plus in other countries that's creating the scams. So we cannot possibly catch up or keep up. And what does that tell us? That tells us that people are starving, that the people's need is far greater than us not needing anything. Okay? People in other countries, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, if I'm starving in another country, in fact, even right here in the good old United States, you probably heard people say, look, if I'm starving and I got kids, yeah, I might steal some out the store. I might steal some food. Right? We've all heard that. But what if you're in another country and you got 3 kids and your own city and country cannot feed you and it's no jobs available and you've been subjected to war and your country is in shambles, in rubble, you can't travel nowhere, you can't get anything, any help from anybody, but you got people that's running the same scam, and they say, "Hey, you can come out here. We got our little shack with 10 computers in there, and we're making about $1,000 a month." If you listen, if you go from 0 to $1,000 a month, are you gonna be happy? Heck yeah, you're gonna be happy. Are you gonna care that it's a celebrity somewhere over in the United States crying about some videos of her or him on a dark web deepfake site? You ain't gonna care about that because you're gonna be so far removed from it. And at the end of the day, see, it goes back to what I said earlier with morality and ethics. If you and your family are starving and you go from starving to making a few dollars to help your family, what helps your family slightly hurts a celebrity, meaning that their feelings are hurt, but they actually made more money. They're actually more popular than ever. Are you morally wrong for doing that? You know, I bet you the people in that country would say no. And I bet you the Americans would say yes. That is the dichotomy, folks, of how we live in different countries and how we prioritize things in different countries. So you've been listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. I'll be back after the break. We're talking about deep fake, other countries, scamming, all of that. We'll be right back.
1 in 3 adults
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? The AI Savage is back. You're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa, 101 TKO Radio. Man, oh man, it's been a great show. Y'all, listen, I cannot tell y'all how much I love all things technology. I really, really wish when I was younger, it was STEM around, or just I had teachers to encourage me to get into the sciences and stuff. But y'all know how that goes. We didn't have that. All of us didn't have that growing up. That's why I love AI so much, man. Because I just feel like we've made leaps and bounds. All of the encouragement that we didn't get growing up as children, being encouraged to learn science, to learn math, to do all of those things. Well, guess what? We didn't even have to do it because now look where we at. We got artificial intelligence. It can take all that data. It can do it for us. But the key is you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what your end game is. And just as sure as I'm saying this to you all now, those scammers are in those other countries with a whiteboard, having a meeting with hundreds of people, writing down what's your end goal, how much money you want to make. All of the things that we got, they got the same stuff. But you want to know what the difference is? They are focusing on the scam. We are focusing on staying alive and surviving. We're trying to do the basics, take care of our families, have money for this and that, paying for health care, right? Having money to go to the doggone doctor. Ain't that crazy? You got to think about it. Having money to pay for our prescriptions. All of these things are taking our brain, our thoughts. Survival. That's what it is living in the United States. In these other countries, yes, they are thinking about survival, but it's primal. I have to survive by any means necessary. In the United States, we rarely get to that level, the by any means necessary. You know what? A lot of folks in the United States don't get to the by any means necessary level until it's too late. They sick, something didn't happen to shake their whole foundation. We call that come to Jesus. See, we don't get the come to Jesus feeling until our foundation crumbles. But in these other countries, they never had a foundation. Their whole life has been how to figure out how to survive. And so this is who we're dealing with, y'all. This is who we're dealing with. Some of the people are children too. Did you know that? Some of these scammers are children. Why do you think the language be so bad? The copywriting, all of that's bad. But now with AI, it ain't even about the copywriting. Because see, with DEEPFAKE, it ain't no copywriting. DEEPFAKE can speak in any language. Yeah, this is what we are dealing with. And this is why, as quickly as we may find fixes to the scam, it's going to be another one. And then it's going to be another one. And then I feel like we might even get to a point to where it's like it is with China and counterfeiting. Everybody knows China's counterfeiting, but nobody really cares. That's just what it is. It is not a priority. The priority is buying goods cheap. That is the priority. If the priority was not counterfeiting, paying people what they're due, what they're owed, recognizing artists and all of their individuality and their work, if it was about that, the United States wouldn't even allow imports from China because it's all counterfeited. So, you know, it's about money. It is about money before protecting patents. Our politicians, our government knows exactly what China's doing. They know about the scammers in India. They know about the scammers in Nigeria. They know about the scammers in Russia. Okay, those are the countries I know about. I'm not saying that's an extensive list. Those are just the countries I know about where scamming is a priority. It's a priority for the country. They turn a blind eye to it. They really do. And I think part of the reason is because they really don't care. They look at the United States as we really are a country with excess. We have way too much. We want way too much. And we sit too high on our horse. That is how other countries think about America. So let's knock us down to size. And one of the ways to do it is to allow the scammers to keep scamming on us. Let them keep scamming on us. It doesn't hurt us. We have all these insurances to protect our money anyway. I don't know. I hope you guys have enjoyed this show. It's got me thinking about lots and lots of stuff. But I know one thing is for certain. If you are not already learning about artificial intelligence, you better start. You have better start. Get your head out of the sand or out of your you know what and pay attention. Class is in session. When you're listening to Savage Talk with Keefa on 101 TKO Radio, we have had a fabulous, fabulous Tuesday together. I appreciate you all listening. I hope you downloaded that app, 101 TKO Radio. Hope you tuned in on YouTube. Those of y'all who tuned in, thank you for giving me your time. I hope I have brought some value and some laughter, some whatever you need in your life. I hope I have brought it. So until Thursday, Savage Talk with Keefa is out.